Trump is currently in Saudi Arabia. In other segments, we'll talk more in detail about the agreement that was announced and kind of why he was there more substantively. But I do want to just talk about something kind of fun in this segment, which is that Trump delivered such a boring snooze fest speech in Saudi Arabia that even his own officials, Scott Bessent and Marco Rubio, as Aaron Rupar put it, were fighting for their life to stay awake as Trump drones on and on and on, as he does. So first, here's Bessent seemingly caught in a slumber, which I know what you're thinking. Luke, isn't Scott Bessent always about to fall asleep with how he speaks? Kind of, but now it looks like he actually fell asleep.
The world watching when Saudi Arabia joins us, and you'll be greatly honoring me, and you'll be greatly honoring all of those people that have fought so hard for the Middle East.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder, Scott, you are. And then this was the post I referenced. Rubio and Bessent are fighting for their lives as Trump drones on and on.
But they understand, and we're doing what a lot of smart people would do, and we're not necessarily being politically correct. You saw what we did yesterday with healthcare. We've cut our healthcare by 50 to 90%.
No, you haven't.
Bullshit.
That's not how that works. You saw yesterday we cut healthcare by 50 to 70%. No, you announced that you were going to try to, in a way like your first term that was knocked down in the courts will probably not even be able to be enforced, which is what we think you're doing, which is the scheme here. Or it'll work and we'll give him credit. But we don't believe that it's actually going to work, as we saw in his first term. But then he just takes credit for the thing happening that he said he's going to try to do before it even happened. My goodness. Now, advice to Rubio and Bessent, squeeze your cheeks. Right? Wow, I really go up a lot when I do that. And pinch your legs, right? Squeeze your cheeks, pinch your legs. Try to say... We've all had bosses. I used to have bosses where you would sit in very, 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 very long meetings. That's where I learned these strategies. We're sort of, I'm sure they see the kind of your vision starts tunnel visioning as you're watching. I just need to close my eyes for a second. Squeeze the cheeks. Then this.
Never seen before. There's never been anything like it. And we let other people tariff us into losing a lot of money and a lot of jobs, and now we're tariffing them, and it's at a level that nobody's seen. It's a level that is making us a very much different country and a very different Republican Party. We won a tremendous victory in November. We won all 7 swing states, the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. The Electoral College, we won by 312 to 226. Remember?
People of Saudi Arabia, I think you'd be interested to know I won all the swing states. We call them swing states. You need to know that I did win the popular vote, but that's not how we decide elections. We decide elections like our college. And I won all the battleground. We call them battleground. Those are the states that could swing either way. So the states that could go blue, and the states that go red, those are pretty dependable. But then within a few points, you have battleground states or swing states. They don't actually swing. They're not like a pendulum. They don't swing, but like we call them swing states. And I won all of 7 of them. Why is nobody cheering? The audience is just holding on to their lives. Then he says that America is the hottest country. I agree. So sexy.
We are rocking the United States.
By the way, please do, if you think that America should be the hottest country, if you think this show's the hottest show, click the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it greatly.
We are rocking. The United States is the hottest country, with the exception of your country, I have to say, right? I'm not going to take that on. No, Mohammed, I'm not going to take that on.
And of course, Elon's there for some reason. He's just there.
I am become meme.
He's always there.
Wouldn't that be a terrible thing if I made that full statement? But I will not do it. You're hotter. At least as long as I'm up here, you're hotter. But groceries, gasoline.
So now we're to the point where he's telling, that's the one chance you heard something out of the crowd, telling Mohammed bin Salman that he's hot, or that his country is so hot. Now, you remember when Biden fist bumped MBS and Fox News freaked out over it because Biden before had called out MBS's atrocities, like killing a U.S. journalist or directing the assassination? And they're not going to care about this at all, which is Trump saying MBS is just a great guy.
What a great place. What a great place, but more importantly, what great people. I want to thank His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, for that incredible introduction. He's an incredible man. Known him a long time now. There's nobody like him. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much, my friend. And it's a tremendous honor to return to this beautiful kingdom and be welcomed back with such extraordinary generosity and warmth. I've never forgotten the exceptional hospitality showed to us by King Salman, who's just, we talk about a great man. That is a great man. That is a great man, a great family.
Trump sounds so sleepy. Now, to any MAGAs in the audience, is that me saying that if Biden were giving this speech, he wouldn't sound sleepy? No. Okay, I know. He would also sound sleepy. But that doesn't mean that Trump doesn't sound very slow-moving in this speech. We remember when Biden would go on international trips. I'm here, so we got ABS over there. We got a problem. He's a bad guy, but we got to work on oil. And you would see, I remember, I forget which trip it was. Yeah, there's some sleepiness. I'm not going to deny that. But that was your criticism of him. What about this? Trump's also seeming pretty eepy weepy. Now, again, when I criticize MBS, of course we should engage in diplomacy and economic relations with Saudi Arabia and with a lot of countries with a leadership that does terrible things. But that doesn't mean we have to go around saying, you're a great guy. You're a great person. I also think we need to economically cooperate and be diplomatic with China. But that doesn't mean that we call Xi Jinping amazing. He rules with an iron fist, and it's so perfect, and he's so strong and so brilliant, and I love him. He's a great guy.
We look to, and we have great partners in the world, but we have none stronger and nobody like the gentleman that's right before me. He's your greatest representative, greatest representative.
Look at Elon clapping.
Greatest representative. And if I didn't like him, I'd get out of here so fast. You know that, don't you? He knows me well. I do. I like him a lot.
This is weird. This is very weird. Why is he talking like this? He keeps repeating it. You're coming off a little desperate, Don. A little bit desperate. I like him so much. He's so great. You're hotter than me. You're so hot. And I like you. And we know each other. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't like you. Oh, man. Chill. Just take a breath. Play a little bit more hard to get. And maybe he'll like you back.
You know that, don't you? He knows me well. I do. I like him a lot. I like him too much. That's why we give so much.
What?
You know? Too much. I like you too much. Great guy. They lifted sanctions.
No. Okay. Again, we'll get into more detail. This trip and the other place he's going to and what they're touting as the accomplishments, etc. later. Share your thoughts in the comments.